it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. It is I, it is me, it's your boy, E to the R to the I to the C. And this right here is a Life and Times of Eric. That might be my intro for now on. What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do. I might do that every time. Who knows? But yeah, man, I'm on my way. This is the Ride to Work Chronicles. I would say you didn't see the posting time, but I'm behind one, so you've already seen whatever. But yeah, today we're going to work a little later today, around 10. I had to take a little one to an appointment. You know what I mean? Since we had to do that, we'll be going to work a little later. But I kind of wish I could go to work every day around 10. I'm at 5. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 hours. Man, you know how great life would be for that? You know how great my life would be? 35 hours. That'd be great. And now I just thought about something. I need to jazz up my resume on some things. I definitely need to jazz it up on some things. I need to add some things on there. But yeah, man, that would be so freaking great. As you can see, I got the jacket on. As you can see, I'm still dealing with some congestion. Of Eric. Look. Rules of Eric. If you wear a shirt, right, and it doesn't get musty, or you don't do any physical activities in it, and you smell it and it ain't bad, you can wear it again. Rules of Eric. Especially going to work. Rules of Eric. Now, someone might say, Eric, do you put that back on? Do you take a shower? Yeah. It's not musty. I throw it in the dryer, let it wring on out, put it back on. I didn't do anything. I didn't do any physical activity. Like, you gotta stay. I sit at a cubicle, bro. I sit at a cubicle. Plus, on top of that, another situation I'm running into is I dried it out yesterday after I took a shower and kind of rinsed whatever I got off. But I'm running late today. Not really. I went to the doctor's appointment, so I had to wear something different. I went to the doctor's appointment. So I came home and I was like, what else do I feel like wearing? Do this back on. It's perfectly fine. Now, rules of Eric. Sometimes guys wear the same jeans 2 days in a row. Do the jeans smell bad? Do the jeans not smell bad? They don't. Hey, wear them. Or throw them in the dryer and wear them. I know in college, I was notorious for wearing the jeans Monday and Tuesday. Now, when I get to Wednesday, I probably have to throw them in the washer. In 2 days, no, my mom would be like, why are you jeans 2 days in a row, but hey, that's what everyone do. I don't think jeans get that bad. I'm not out here sweating. Now, if I had went to a hop contest on a Thursday and to the club, I'm not wearing them jeans on Friday. But I have done that maybe once or twice during Q Delta week. Went out to the club Thursday, and then Friday fell asleep in my car at my class. I had HBR 414, Miss Lieta Casiano. Went to hang out with the bros Thursday. Went to the party. Hung out with the bros. Went to the party. Went to the frat house. This is back when, man, the crazy part, when we was in college, we wanted to be grown so bad. I used to be like, man, I can't wait to get out of school and get away. Man, take me back. I wish I had somebody there that could have put their hand on my shoulder and been like, no, my boy, stay here as long as you can. There ain't nothing out here in the real world but in responsibilities. Stay here in college, my boy. Enjoy it while you can. I see you enjoying it. Enjoy it 100 times even more. I see you wilding, wild out 100 times even more. I see you doing what you're doing, do it 100 times even more. Because there ain't nothing out here in the real world but and responsibilities. Somebody just needed to put their hand on my shoulder. I was too busy trying to get out of school, start my life. I'm glad the path that I wanted originally didn't happen. And it took me long, and I ended up going to grad school and some other places. Now, if I had went to grad school in Central Florida, like I got invited and accepted to, then I'd have been straight. That life would have been even wilder for you. I talk to First Lady all the time. I'll be like, man, my life would have been different. I probably wouldn't have ran into you. I probably would have been down there. She goes, oh, you probably would have. I said, I probably would have been down there with some Dominican mommies. She was like, oh, really? I said, everybody in Orlando ain't even black. Majority of the people be other people. So, oh, really? I said, but then again, everything happens for a reason. I want to know you. I don't have Dominican mommy. No, I'm just playing. This is jokes. It's just jokes. Yeah, man, if I had went there, it would have been different. If I had went to Wake Forest, it would have been different. I had something into that program, but that whole thing was a year in advance type program. That would have been different. Life would have been different in so many occasions, in so many ways. But I say all that to say, enjoy it while you can. But yeah, like I said about the pants, I had I had class that Thursday. Hop contest on the yard. Went to the club that Thursday. No. Hop contest on the yard. Hung out. Pre-game. Went to the club. I think it was the yoga party. Hung out at the club all day. If I was a Neo, I was probably working. So, take that back. I'm trying to remember when I took Casiano class. Sophomore, I was a Neo. I was working. Because I had to take Casiano class because I ended up taking the original Dr. Drain class, and he ended up failing all of us. So we had to retake his class. His old punk self. Worst teacher ever. Daniel Drain. Worst teacher ever. Worst teacher ever. Just wait, Daniel Drain. You just wait. Worst teacher ever. So I took the Casiano class. I was taking. I was a Neo. So we went to the club. Yoga party. Hanging out at the yoga party. Going hard to pay the yoga party. Doing whatever at the yoga party. I'm working. Hanging out, working. Doing whatever. At this time, don't ask me. I'm probably doing whatever, talking to whoever, trying to make whatever. At this time when you're a Neo, you can't really move like you can move like the Neos now. Neos now ain't got no responsibilities. When you was a Neo now, all your time was clocked all the time. You either need to be at the multi-purpose center working, or you need to have your butt at the frat house that chicken ready. So with that being said, love the multi-purpose center. Count that money out. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Late at night, had the money in the car. I don't know how much I had. Probably had about 40,000 in the car. In this car, in fact. Like I said, I've been having this car forever. In this car, in fact. That's why I said I can't get rid of the green machine. In this car, in fact. Went to the fry house. Sat around the multi-purpose for a little bit. Probably chill before we went to the fry house. Went to the fry house. Fry house is jumping like the trap house. It's packed. Cars down the street. Everybody and mama there. At a park. Go there. Hang out. Club in there too. Get to the fry house. 2:33. I'm at the fry house from 3 in the morning all the way to 7:38. Bros outside sleep. They couldn't find, they had no room. And back then for Q Delta, we used to give bros gas money to go back home. We stopped giving bros gas money, but that used to be a thing back in the day in the frat. Bros, you used to come to bros chapter, bros give you gas money to go back home. That stopped being a thing. So, bros came there. One bro wanted us to buy an alternator for him. We wasn't doing all that. That's ridiculous. An alternator Q? We wasn't doing that. So, like I said, all the way to 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning. I go to sleep in my car. I'm sleeping in my car. Remember now, I got in my car about 7:30-ish. So now I got class at 9 o'clock. No, 9:30. Fridays, Miss Cassiano, Leah Cassiano. Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. 9:30 to I think 11:30. I think it was a 2-hour, 1-hour class. 9:30 to 11:30 or 10:30. Can't remember. I'm sleeping in my car. So this is what I did to make sure that I was going to be on time. Because I had a tendency, I was like, I got to be on time. Because you're only absent there if she gets to your name and calls it, you're not there. I think I either, for this homecoming, I remember there was a time, earlier this week for homecoming, earlier this week during Q Delta, on a Wednesday, I was late because I hung out with the bros all that night from Tuesday from the Art of Seduction. The bros went harder on Art of Seduction, then afterwards went harder, whatever. It's not Art of Seduction. So what I did, I showed the class, but I got the class barely enough time. Parked over by Pulley, back of the sorority dorm, before they built the sorority village, back of the sorority dorm. Or a little bit, yeah. Ran out to the classroom, got to the door in time, right before she called my name. So this time I was like, I'm gonna be smart. They ain't gonna get me. So I went to sleep in my car. Take that back. I got sleepy. I think I took a 20 or 30 minute nap, maybe not even nap. Because I have a tendency, it's hard for me to sleep. I have insomnia. I'm not gonna say I have it, but if I'm following certain ways, certain patterns, and I've told people how my sleep patterns are, they say it sounds like it. Anyways, so I think I may have took a 30. Got in my car. I said, bruh, I said, man, this class probably gonna start for me. Got in the car. Had to be at class at 9:30. Where I went and drove my car around 8. Over there, parked it. Over there by the HPR building. Parked it. It was parking spaces. Parked it. Class met at 9:30. I got out of that class. I got out of the car, walked my butt up to the stairs. Miss Leah Classiano class was. Went to my seat in the back, put my head down, went to sleep. I don't think anybody was in class that day. And I think I slept in that class from 8:30 to 9:30 till it started. People start coming in that bed, people start moving in. Because at my time, I had class with a lot of people. I had class with like some of the football players, because they all had to retake the class. Some people on the basketball team, the women's basketball team. I had class with my homegirl, April. She was in there. Shout out to April, she was real cool. She was from Beham, she was from Tuscaloosa. She was always talking about the roll tide and stuff like that. She was real cool. I had class with her. We used to always do projects together. She was real good. She put me on a lot of entrepreneur time. No, she put me on a lot of sports stuff. Like, stuff that she was doing, like, scholarships and like things you should check out if you want to be in the sports field. she was like, because she was helping out at Southern Miss and doing all kind of stuff like that. So she was hella cool, hella cool. She knew all about that. Like, hey, if you're trying to, get into sports management, you should probably go over here. You should work over here. You work over that. She knew all that. So she was a great plug. Had some other people in there or whatever. So I put my head on that desk. Well, I went to sleep from 8:30 all the way to 9:30. People were coming in. I think some kind of way they came in. I think Miss Cassiano called the roll. She was like, Eric Brundish. And then somebody in the class was like, oh, he's here. He's here. Where is he? He's right here. Why is his head on the desk? Miss Cassiano, it's Q Delta week. He's probably tired for the week. Could someone please tap that young man for me? And then they tapped me. And I was like, oh. I think when they tap me, now usually you can hear people walking in. I probably heard them, but I was so in a subconscious of a sleep, like so knocked out. Like I think I heard people moving around me. But I was just like, I'll just wait until Miss Cassio called my name. But I was going in and out because I was so tired. I've been running on fumes, and this is just Friday. We still had Saturday to go and Sunday to go, right? So I think she was calling everybody, and they were like, can you have somebody tap him? And she was like, I think either she asked somebody to tap me, or she called my name. But I know the result was when I popped up, I think I popped up and be like, nah, ain't no more chicken on the grill. People in the classroom fell out laughing. I popped up like, ain't no more chicken on the grill. There'll be some chicken later. One Miss Cassiano fell out laughing. She was like, well, Eric, we don't want any chicken. Somebody in the classroom, I do. I want some chicken later on the night. It's like, oh my gosh. I was like, she said, I'm glad you decided to join us today. I was like, Miss Cassiano, I was like, I didn't want to be late. I'm here. She was like, Eric, I realized you were here. I've been knowing you was here since 8 o'clock. I was like, what do you mean? She said, I walked by the classroom earlier and I saw a desk and I saw a person with their head on the desk. And the only reason I knew it was you is because that's your seat. And I saw your Omega Psi tag on your bag. And I was like, that's got to be Eric, making sure that he's on time for my class. And I greatly appreciate that, Eric. I said, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. I said, but I'm up. I'm ready. I'm ready to do some learning. I done read the chapters. You did? I was like, yeah. I started talking about it a little bit. So, okay, I'm glad to see that. She saw that I was trying or whatever during this week. So she didn't call on me until I talked to her. But yeah, it was funny. People in the class, I was sitting behind me like, it was so weird because in the class I had 2 or 3 of the girls' basketball team members. One was sitting behind me, the other one sitting to the left of me, and they'd be behind my ear talking all day like, what's up with them cues? What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna set me and my girl out? We trying to come by. Da 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 da. I'm like, gosh, dang, y'all talk more than dudes. Like, but it was cool though. They were real cool. But yeah, that was one class that I just never forget. I never forget doing that. And I say all that to say, man, like, take me to them type of responsibilities I had. All I had to do was make sure I had to get my butt to class by 9:30 so I wouldn't count absent. That's all I had to do. That's all I had to do. Because you got to remember, Q Delta's in the spring. So this is getting close to the end of semester. So I need all my grades to be up so I can be exempt taking any kind of finals. And I know Miss Cassiano was on that whole, even though you got an A, if you ain't become the class type tip, she's gonna make you take the final. So I had to show her, like, look, I'm here. I'm not trying to just cake in this motherfucker. I'm here. You know what I mean? I'm here, Miss Cassiano. I'm here. So she appreciated it. We talked after class. She's like, give me the good stuff. She was cool. One of the best teachers ever. Her and Dr. Joe Wilson was cool. Her, doctor, I think it was doctor. I don't know if it was doctor. But he took us to Savannah. And he's the reason I got into that Orlando program, like the voice program. He's the reason. Well, he's the reason I got the invite for them to want to invite me. And then them wanting to take me in, but my test program, and you had to, I didn't realize you had to interview for the program because it was such a highly competitive program. And I had interviewed, and everybody that interviewed was like people out of Maine, New York, Ohio, Ohio State, la 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 la, da 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 da. And then you got me out of Southern Miss. But the test scores, so it is what it is. That's another topic. But I can do the stuff. That's what pisses me off about testing. Testing, standardized tests don't show if a person can do the work, if they're gonna be successful at the work. Because there's a lot of people I know for a fact that have went to MBA schools higher than me. And if I'm talking business with them, I'm running laps around them motherfuckers. They don't got no stamina, they ain't got no personality. They can just test well, but they ain't got the about themselves. It's like people that, Seuss is the best example. Mike Ross didn't even go to college, and he was running laps around people. It's not about what you learn, it's not about how you apply that stuff. Whatever. So, anyways, yeah, that class was one of the best. And I'll never forget my Nutrition 362 class, because that class had 25 people. Take a guess how many guys were in that class. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. All right. And the 25 people in that class. No. Yeah, 25 people in that class. There was only 2 guys. Me and another dude. Another dude, he was on a football team, and he used to let me copy off his paper. Because I was online at the time. And I don't know if he had, no, he wasn't sick yet. I don't know if he crossed sick right now. I don't know if he did or not. I can't remember. But I sat next to him, and I sat next to one of the wards. I'll never forget. It was either Kim Ward or Tristan, or the older one. Kim was one that hung out with Christina and them. So it wasn't her, but it was another ward that went to school with us. She was a little bit older. I sat next to her. She was real helpful too. But behind me, it was none but females. In front of me, it was none but females. And I couldn't even enjoy the class like a brother was supposed to, because I was online. In that very same class, this is just a roadblock down memory lane for you guys. But why you know, if you're a college kid, why you need to enjoy college while you can and don't be in a rush. I'll never forget being in that class, Nutrition 362, and I got the most wildest news from my ace, Keith. He said, dog. I said, yeah, dog. He said, guess what? I said, what, dog? He said, you're the tail now. And I remember responding back and being, no! Because at the time when we was online, there was 6 of us. Some other cat, he dropped before we even took the test, before we got ready. He dropped early. And then I was a 5, I was from 5 to the tail. And I was like, bro, no. And it was wild back there in that back. I was like, no. That's why I'll never forget Nutrition 362. Because in that class is when I learned that I would be the tail. And that really, yeah. One of the worst days that day, but in the long run, one of the best days ever, because, you know, I embodied the tail mentality, so it worked out for me. I embodied the whole tail mentality. Do what you want, be on your own accord, follow your own rules, always doing things that you feel is the best. Everybody goes to the left, you go to the right. Everybody's quiet, but you're the one that gotta say something. I embodied the tail mentality. Now, a lot of people don't embody the tail mentality, but that was already my mentality already as it is. So I just embodied it because all it did was make my own personality come out even more, because people are like, yo, that's so Eric right there, bro. that's so arid, you know. So it worked out well. It worked out well, I must say. And yeah, so that's why I'll never forget Nutrition 362. I can never forget that class, because that class was wild as a motherfucker. And that is the class I learned that I was going to be the tail. And that is another reason why I can never forget that class. Man, I'll never forget that mess. So yeah, this has just been a story time. Story time by the work down memory lane. All you kids who are watching, why you should stay in school as long as you can. Especially if they paying for it. That's why when I see these people playing football for 7 years or another year, stay as long as you can. Ain't nothing out here in the real world but responsibilities. You got time for that. You got time for that. But you only gonna have time for college, certain parts of your life, to enjoy and cherish those moments. You got time for everything else, so enjoy it while you can. So, all right, we're here at the trap. Y'all know what this do. Remember, keep living your life, because if you don't, your life is not going to live